2.
We're good.
Check. That was all of your huge penises. Check.
So, Craig, you thought the injury was real with Cody?
Oh, you piece of shit. That's
You did ask that.
Craig,
did
you
ask
believe in
that,
kayfabe
buddy.
still?
Hey, that's fine.
wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well,
I'll say
any
it.
wrestling's real, buddy?
So,
Before we hit
Yeah.
record, I asked a legitimate question. I thought Cody might actually have broken his arm.
all I'm saying is,
Brock threw a cake at
no,
right? That's what happened.
it was pretty.
That's what happened.
No,
You threw a
I
cake
thought
at
it was it a fire extinguisher with Cody and a keg with Taker? Because he did the same thing to Taker back in their feud in 02 or 3.
And Taker really broke his arm.
Yeah, someone put a no, Taker didn't really. It was before. It was before their. I think it was 02. It was before the Hell in the Cell match, and he hurt the Undertaker's hand because the Undertaker went into the match with a wrapped arm. Really broke his arm.
Because it was broken.
And so, yeah, so they played. Someone on Twitter played a side by side of Lesnar used a fire extinguisher or something to break. It's like the same kind of spot, except Cody was up against the door, and Undertaker was up against the fence or something like that. So everyone's like, "What's old is now new again." This must be some poetic post. I don't know.
So funny.
It's one of the rare not negative things I see on Twitter.
He walked into Saudi for like the intros and stuff, and the crowd was going nuts, and he was obviously selling it. He had the sling in and everything. It was awesome. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's got you believing it, Craig.
I'm Jamie pulling that shit up right now.
All I'm saying, like, if he's got you even halfway believing it or all the way believing it, he's doing a hell of a job. Like, Cody's doing amazing. So
I don't know why you're even saying that, because that would
why is
imply
that
that
a
it's
bad
not
thing?
broken, and it is. Greg's right.
Greg's
And then,
right. Yeah.
and then what's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing?
remember they showed it. They pointed it out for you too. Remember they replay the camera. It's when Brock had him in the Kimura, like right there, his arm broke right there. That's when it happened.
Oh, when they were showing it
On the Taker thing?
No, the Cody Rhodes. On Cody Rhodes, they showed the replay and they
Oh, yeah,
actually
because
showed
he
where it
broke it in the Kimura, right?
Yeah.
He heard it backstage and then he finished it off. in the
Yeah,
ring.
and then he
That's
finished
right,
it off with the Kimura. Yeah, that's how he broke it. So
That's when
you're right,
that's
Craig.
when
his arm
that's
is
when it
broken.
broke. That's when it broke.
Fuck.
They actually pointed it out for
I
us
mean,
on the commentary.
shoot.
They're like, look right there, his arm broke.
Believe that, fans?
Must be real. Must be real.
Send Cody a get well soon card at Stamford, Connecticut, 555.
Right, well, Cody.
Oh, could you
Gives a
imagine?
wrist bracelet?
Hard times, bro.
Oh, Cody
Send it to
hard times. It's a wrist bracelet that
PO
you wear.
box.
So you write a fucking PO box. Oh, it's one digit off from Hogan's in '90s.
Oh, this
Yeah.
this is a neck tattoo in tribute of Cody.
Just email it to Hard Times, PO Box 4374.
There's someone that has that
Connecticut.
tattoo out there other than Cody.
Yeah,
We saw him in
we saw him in
Mania,
Mania, and then I saw him in the Delta Lounge
Oh, that's
in
right.
LAX.
I forgot that you guys.
So I'm
And I
like,
was
that
like-
guy must be really disappointed.
It's
that we
amazing.
lost.
He was very, very sad in the Delta Lounge at like 7 in the morning the
He
next
was-
morning.
There's all these empty drinks in front of him. He's just drinking.
It's
Trying to
almost like
scratch it
Hard
off.
times, brother.
he almost
the
had it
permanent markers
bigger
trying
than
to cross
Cody's. Like he almost went like, I want it a little bit bigger.
Hard times,
There's
brothers.
no way he's losing.
Hard times.
Hard
There's
times.
no
brothers.
way he's going to lose a Mania. No way.
And AI took your job, Daddy.
Hey, see, he believed it too. He believed it too, Craig.
What were you all saying earlier? Cody's bro actually mentioned on Twitter that Brock's a son
Yeah,
of
he
a
said
bitch.
something. Yeah, or fuck Lesnar or
You
something.
better be
like that.
careful.
Because he broke his brother's arm.
He's I'm gonna go break.
You want to be in the AEW doghouse for.
He's I'm
You
gonna
want to be in
drive
the
right down to
AEW doghouse
AEW,
right now.
little
Tony
piss-ass
Khan's
company.
Tony Khan's not going to deal with this shit.
I'm gonna break your fucking
He said
arm,
it.
Dustin.
I don't have to deal with this shit.
And
This is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, Tony Khan in the back. You know,
I got
this is
money.
bullshit.
I don't have to deal with this
Yeah.
shit.
I have money to play.
My
what
Tony
your-
Khan version. This is
Fucking
ridiculous.
He's like,
this is
what if he's
ridiculous.
like a mobster?
Dustin,
Just-
don't talk
Dustin,
about
like,
don't talk
Dustin
about
hits-
them. Don't
Dustin
talk about
hits
them.
tweet, and then like not 30 seconds after his tweet, oh, someone's calling me. Hello, fucker. You want to fuck around? You want to tweet shit? You want to play into their storyline over there? I break your arm for real, Dustin. How about that? And he's just like this evil mobster. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck you. I'm sorry too.
keep your mouth shut. Congrats on the
Like,
17 years
uh,
sobriety.
And then Wardlow comes
Click.
bursting in the door and breaks Dustin's arm.
Kind of like Mickey Mouse in South Park.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
How they make him in there. Like,
Mickey's
Yeah.
the damn devil.
he's like
all
ruthless.
dick.
Oh,
Shit was
fuck
fucking
all
funny.
you guys. Oh, you fucking assholes. It's all about the fucking shareholders.
Did we talk about how Brock like completely buried Mustafa on Monday?
Oh,
Get it together, kid.
and he's like, get
Did
a
you guys
life,
see
kid.
that?
It's all, get a life, kid.
Oh, get a
What,
life,
kid?
kid. I was like,
Brock Lesnar,
what is the purpose of
shit.
that?
Just
How
say
does that
something
help him in
it's fine.
any way?
That's the biggest rub for Mustafa Ali.
I know. Watch.
He
Like,
didn't
he's
get
main
beat up.
events next year's WrestleMania, and his documentary is like, it all happened one day. Brock was going out to the ring, and it just get alive, kid.
Yeah, get alive.
From that moment on, I knew.
And
it.
that was
They
the end
should
of
actually
my
use it. Oh my
career.
The
They
crowd
need
He's
to
just
that
just-
cut to
magical, like
20,000
him
people
burying you
going,
makes you.
"Get alive, and he's crying like it's his hometown.
Because
Let
the
me tell you
character
something.
that he's playing right now, they should totally like fucking play that in. That'd be so fucking funny if they actually did that.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
I
be
got a
fucking
life. I got a life. I'm
Yeah.
Mustafa. I got a life. And that he just launches his career
And that's
in
what-
t-shirts like
Yeah.
I got a
great.
life.
And that leads to the victory of him over Gunther tomorrow at night.
Lesnar has the Midas touch. He just can't explain
very
it.
similar to I got kids. Remember that shirt? I got kids.
Yes.
I got kids.
So and
I should've
Mustafa
bought
on
one of those.
on video on Twitter said that like if he loses on Saturday, then something like his dream's over or whatever, like threatening to.
Or why should I
leave
be
if he
here?
does.
Why should
Yeah.
I be here? Or I don't deserve to be here.
He's fighting Gunther, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
What?
Get
Hey,
ready
that
for a
Brock
farewell.
Lesnar pep
What if
talk.
he beats Gunther in Saudi Arabia tomorrow?
That's what that Brock Lesnar pep talk is leading to.
The prince
did
would
get
like
Gunther-
Mustafa
That's right.
to
He
win
pepped him up. And then Brock Lesnar goes out and beats him in 30 seconds
Yeah,
for the
oh my
belt.
god.
They're back on Raw.
Oh, you fucking
I can see
Oh,
Gunther
damn it.
getting right back on Raw the next Monday if that happens. I mean, rematch. Get it back.
Could you imagine?
Should be good.
Yeah,
oh,
I
and
could.
so, well, I mean, while we're talking about it, we might as well. It's a big ass weekend. We're recording this on
Oh, yeah.
Friday, the 26th. Tomorrow, Friday, May the 27th, is going to be from Saudi Arabia, Clash of the Champions.
Triple main
WWE.
event. Triple
Yeah,
main
and
event.
so real quick, I'll just blurt the card out here. We got Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. We have Rhea
Boo.
Ripley versus Natalia. Boo. We have Bianca rematching
Boring.
Asuka. We have
I like
Gunther
that. She's
taking
good.
on Mustafa Ali. We have
That's
Kevin
gonna be
Owens
a
and
match
Sami
of those years.
Zayn.
That's gonna be good.
We have a very odd match to play into the storyline, but I'm interested. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defend the tag titles against the Bloodline,
Mhm.
Roman Reigns and Solo.
I thought you were
And
going
we
to say the Usos.
And then we have Cody Rhodes taking on Brock Lesnar. And then in the main event for the first ever, well, not first ever, but a continuation kind of the
It
big
is.
gold belt.
Yep, it's going to carry the legacy. You saw that?
Seth freaking Rollins against AJ freaking Styles for the inaugural
Boy, AJ's
World
going
Heavyweight
for it.
Championship.
He's going to win.
It's going to be interesting.
So
It's going to be interesting.
It is either way.
If he does win it, I hope they just reinvest in his character and kind of turn him,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like kind of the way Seth reinvented himself. Like, I mean,
Let him
AJ
do what-
obviously seems like he's got a lot
let him
left in the
actually
tank.
do something with the club, now that he has a main championship title.
Yeah.
Let
he
them
could
actually do something with the club.
Yeah. I'm
Because
here for that.
they're keeping them for until 2027. Their contracts are up for the Good Brothers. They actually signed on a 5-year fucking extension last year.
Ooh,
So
disaster.
I think Triple H knows there's a time and a place, and it was just not yet.
Ooh, disaster.
He would, Triple H wouldn't have wanted them.
It's a long time to be on main event.
It's been boring. It's been boring up until now, but maybe he'll turn it around, like Cuz says. We'll turn it around. He
AJ
hasn't been a
barely
focus
returned,
point.
2 weeks ago? You gotta,
I think before, but even before that, he was boring. Like even before he
Not
got
with
injured.
Omos. He was actually good with Omos.
No, that was cool. That was fun. I like
I
that
like
little
that,
run with
yeah.
him. Omos makes stars. Everybody knows
Omos
that.
owes him,
Dude, Omos is the
Omos
best.
owes him a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, he's the greatest.
But
Almost.com.
yeah,
Look it up now, right, cuz?
I'm sure it's going to be a good card. I
Almost
can't see it
seconds.
not being a good show tomorrow. And then on Sunday we have AEW Double or Nothing,
Respectable.
and let's see
Respectable.
here, respectable. We have the House of Black defending their 6-man tag team championships against the Acclaimed with Badass Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn.
We have Adam Cole against Christopher Jericho. We have Ethan Page and the Guns against the Hardys and Hook. That's very awkward sounding. Let's see how that. Hopefully, the Hardys don't hurt
Poor
each
Hook.
other or somebody else.
The Hardys in any match is awkward at this point. Come on.
Yeah, I
Get
kind
over
of
it.
like I wince. Unfortunately, I love those guys, but like
I cringe when I
sometimes-
hear that. Like, stop.
Sometimes it's
Just
time
stop.
to ride off in the sunset, but we'll see. Then we have Jade
Mm-hmm.
against Valkyrie for the AEW TBS Women's Championship. We have the Blackpool
Aye.
Combat Club in a fight all over the arena, apparently. Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler against the Elite, Kenneth the Omega, Matthew Jackson, Nicholas Jackson, and Hangman
That'd be
Adamith
great.
Pages. Well, I mean, they better. It's going to be all over the arena, so it better be good. Then we have Jamie Hayter defending the AEW Women's Championship
Yeah.
against Tony Storm, which should be good. I like Hater a lot, and I think Storm's
like
really underrated too. So I think that match should be good.
Recording.
Then we have a worthless Blackjack Battle Royal, but hopefully they'll have some like surprises or like little cool spots in it.
CM Punk,
it's a 20-man
returns.
Yeah.
And then we have
Already in the ring.
We have Wardlow defending the
Already
AEW
in the
TNT
ring.
champion with Arn Anderson in his corner against Christian
CM
Cage,
Punk.
Luchasaurus in his corner. I think that match is going to be boring.
Of course.
FDR is going to defend their tag championships against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal of all fucking people. Jeff Jarrett's funny as a heel. I'm not
Yeah.
Okay,
suggesting
can we
he should
stop
be.
for a second?
he's
is this
good right
is
now.
this a 2-night event or is this a 2-night
Seriously.
event? How many matches are on this card?
That's a lot of stupid
52,
matches.
52. I'm only 7. We have 52 more matches I have to read off here. Then we have the Warlord against Haku. No, I'm kidding. And then we have Rick Martel and Coca Beware in a Legends Battle Royal. It's going to be great.
Woo,
And then we have MJF in the main event defending the championship in a 4-way, 4 pillars match against Sammy, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I am not excited about that match. I'll be dead honest right now.
Yeah.
All 4 talented people. However, I felt like they should have either focused on Sammy against MJF or Darby, especially Darby against MJF. I think that would have been a great match.
Maybe it's a build up, right? Where is this one taking place?
Vegas.
Yeah. You gotta wait for the big one, man.
Apparently they're
big
giving
one's
away
Wembley.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get. They only do 4 a year, so it is a little disappointing when it's not marquee strong going in. However, their last pay-per-view was fantastic. So maybe they'll surprise me. Somebody might die in the arena brawl, so we got that.
This feels like a secondary pay-per-view to their 4, and the big one's going to be Wembley, where they're going to pull out the stops.
Yeah, and then they already announced we all know that they announced that CM Punk will be back in Chicago for the debut of AEW Collision.
Well, did
Saturday.
AEW announce this?
Yes, they did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just rumored that he was.
Tony Khan said something that's like it's not even cryptic, like about CM Punk and about Chicago. So like pretty much,
It's obviously
they've let the cat out.
when they went back
Yeah.
to Chicago.
It's kind of like when he first debuted for Rampage in Chicago. Like it was, they didn't necessarily announce him, but it was like everyone in the company was like purposely making.
Can I be that guy for like a minute, like 30 seconds? I hope he gets booed out of the building.
I mean, he won't. He won't, but who cares?
Not
Like what
Chicago,
he
I
does.
don't
Honestly,
think so.
I'm not even like excited. I don't care what he does.
Yeah.
Well, that's and that in itself is the problem, right? If he
Unless you like that machine over there.
if he continues to kind of lollygag back and forth,
Jess.
as you keep diehards or you don't,
Jess, you know
and you
like
don't
it.
build up all that talent that you have, it's going to be a problem.
Collision's
actually,
easily
I
going to
think-
pull in 1 million viewers.
Oh my god,
Tony.
it can hurt them. It can hurt them more than it helps them. Is what I'm trying to say.
1.7.
I don't. Oh my god, I'll just mute myself.
Sorry, I'm doing my CM Punk. All right, I'm done. I'm done playing CM Punk.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do unless they totally play off the storyline, unless they totally have him come back and go full on heel, unless they do like a bunch of stuff. Like I don't know. I don't see the point. Wait, Dave really knows how to derail a show. Let me just go on the line and say that. When Dave fucks a show up, he certainly fucks the show up, let me tell you. Like, fuck the rest of us, right? Like,
No, he
Dave's
went to get a
done,
drink.
so he's got to go. Like,
No, he probably
whatever.
went to get a drink.
He's sure. Okay. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's going to be an exciting weekend. There's 2 pay-per-view shows. It should be really, really good. We're going to have a new champion either way on WWE. I don't see MJF losing the title. Like, I don't.
No.
The 4-way
Oh
thing
my
to me
gosh.
was like, yeah. Some
He would
face
let
is
it
going to come
happen.
along that they anoint, like, like, you know, as like the face that is, you know, they feel can beat MJF, and then they'll have.
Well,
lose
it's
or
probably got to
whatever,
be CM Punk, right?
Probably. I mean, I hate to say it, like if they're gonna put all that momentum behind him and stuff like that, like sure, like
He's all, I got a Pepsi.
But who's gonna watch wrestling on Saturday? Who's gonna watch Collision? I don't watch Rampage now. Like
Not
who's
normally.
gonna-
And then you got
That's what everybody says. That's what- yeah.
pay per view or UFC
I'm not-
pay per view.
I'm co-host of a
That's-
wrestling podcast. I'm not gonna watch that stuff.
yeah, I don't even know. Like, I mean, Saturday Night's Main Event used to be a thing a long, long time ago, but that's when people actually watched, like on late Saturday nights. Like, I don't remember the last time. It was Shotgun Saturday Night is when the last time
Right.
WWE tried it.
Right, like 6:05 on Saturday
that
was cool, but
we should go
when
back
I
and
was a
watch
kid,
But even then, it's funny that you say that because Bischoff, of course, is all over Tony Khan about anything he does, and he was just saying like. This Conrad's like, really? Are you going to sit here and shit on Saturday when you know NWA/WCW was 605 TBS forever? He's like, well, back in the day, he's like, it worked, but he's like, towards the end after Nitro, he was like, that show got no views. Like that show, Nobody cared about it. Now,
Yeah.
also because it was their C show, after Nitro debuted. But I mean, like, he's like, nobody, it really was a dead spot. He was like, I don't know. And he goes, even when WCW Saturday Night did well, he was like, it never drove ad revenues. It never put us on top. It never put us in the profit. So he's like, it's the live television shows. He's like,
he's kind of speaking from experience, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And he's seen a lot of this stuff. He's seen mergers. He's seen like all this stuff before. So, I mean, you got to give Bischoff, I know Bischoff is kind of a snake oil salesman to a certain extent, but like he's been there before. And he's the only guy who's ever beat Vince.
He's been there and done that,
He's the only guy who's
WWE
actually beat Vince
narrative.
like at his own game.
The narrative.
And there'll be less people watching now because you can stream it in DVR, which I know they care about those numbers too. But
yeah, and it's all different now. Like streaming is a big
exactly.
thing, and like
and then what did Dave shared it earlier this week? Now they want to add another hour to SmackDown potentially. Stop, everyone, stop.
I think Nick Khan did an interview saying that they would entertain it or something like that.
Yeah,
he said they're open to a third hour, and also they're open to moving Raw if it makes sense. Basically just saying
like based on like the new whoever wants to buy them.
Yeah,
because I guess apparently their stock price tumbled because they thought that Fox was going to pick them back up. So the stocks are the investors weren't happy to hear the rumor that Fox wanted to keep them because it means they're going to get a lot less money.
Oh,
and do you uproot everything and leave, or do you just stay with Fox?
Yeah. Well, for stockholders, it's great, but that's the problem. But it's the easy part is never good for stockholders. It's just like anything else. But if you want to play that money game and buy against fake money, you want that you do want that competition of people bidding on you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it. It's a whole other podcast. It's such a stupid game,
and it's way different now too. Like, it's not podcast. It's not even about it is about ratings, but it's not anymore, and it's about social media influence and engagement, and it's more about streaming. It's so different. So
and still merchandise.
I mean, in the long run, even Bischoff admitted, like, if they gave AEW a third show, they must like them. I mean, they don't just give a shit like a piece of shit like a third show for no reason. So they're like, they must be happy with what they're doing. So,
and potentially related to kind of. But there's rumors that ESPN's going to get out of the cable business and going to offer a complete streaming package alone, right? They've got ESPN Plus, but you can't watch the ESPN live feed.
Can you please make that happen? Because I don't have cable.
Well,
I would love to see it. For sports, I would love to see that. That would be awesome.
ESPN right now is probably every cable company pays about $10 per subscriber to ESPN. So they were saying they might even charge $24 a month for you to have the privilege of just ESPN live stream and unlike all the other stuff.
That much.
Would you pay $25 a month for ESPN?
I would pay 10. I'm not paying 25. Like, go fuck yourself.
I don't know why. It's funny that we're talking about this.
Probably will though.
On my feed, I keep getting the stupid clip from South Park where the cable people the kids want to cancel their cable. And then they're at the cable company, and he's like, "Oh," and he rips open flaps, and he's rubbing his nipples. He's like, "Oh, you want to cancel?"
Sorry.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, we want to pay a la carte for our channels. We don't want to have to pay for the whole bundle. We just want to pay for the channels that we want." Oh, well, that's maybe we can give you a number to a company cable. Oh no, we're the only company. Oh, and he's like rubbing his nipples. And then they call the supervisor, and the supervisor just rips it down, and he stands there all still. And then like the second he starts talking, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. We can't do that. You have to pay for the whole package." I would love to get a cable service legitly where you just go a la carte. I would get like 4 channels. I would get TBS, TNT, USA, and then whatever other random channel I want to get. Like seriously. I don't watch anything else. I really don't.
It's so stupid.
I don't need Oprah. I don't need the Food Channel.
USA also offer their own subscription? I think they do, right?
Who?
USA. I don't know.
No, I think that's through Peacock because Peacock owns them. Though. It's not. Yeah, it's not like. Because Peacock owns USA, I believe. They're all one company.
Craig talked about the whole thing. HBO Max finally switched to Max. I think that we're going to see a lot. There's a whole new level of platforms now out there with Max.
And AEW might go to one of them, huh? To Max
It could.
ESPN?
I thought they owned it. That's what's really weird. I thought they would have made that announcement by now and put AEW on Max to get people. But I guess they
just don't do what WWE did and make their own fucking one. And because that was good when WWE had their own standalone network app.
I never thought I would miss the network until they went on Peacock, and I'm like,
so I think AEW should capitalize on that and be like,
do you remember how excited we were on the very first day? I remember Craig called me and kept doing an Andre the Giant impersonation over the phone to me, and then
so I'm gonna be able to watch that again.
But remember the first day it kept freezing and shit. We were so excited / mad. I've never been more excited / mad in my life. And for the first 2 days, they were working out the kinks. It was freezing and shit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember I was so fucking excited to watch all the old wrestling. I was like, oh my God, like it's all here. It's all here. So
Yeah.
Now you have to go, okay, so what season was WrestleMania 30?
right, yeah. And
Fuck
not even
it.
that, you could
fix it.
They have no touch for the wrestling fan.
You could blatantly go in the search engine and search for something. It's like, I don't know what that is. And then like you go find it somewhere else.
You know, Vince and Nick Khan are smart. They're like, look how much everyone loves the network. Yeah, let's get billions from another network, take it away from the fans that really love it. Let's go stream on Peacock, and then they'll have a high demand
for sure.
network.
Yeah,
back,
for
and
sure.
and
And
even more.
it was definitely a healthy business decision with $1 billion
It's
for the library. I mean, of course you're going to, but yeah, Vince
They're
is
going
like,
to fine tune it, and then
fuck.
everyone's going to be happy with it, and then WWE's going to be able to charge like $15 this time to $9.99 for the standalone WWE network.
Yeah,
they'll be making that much more.
And Peacock's suffering as a little.
I mean, as long as if they separate it and make it better, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah,
it sucks.
You know what?
Having
it's slow,
unrated and everything.
Peacock itself it has actually decent content. It's just the search engine and everything for it sucks.
It's just
the whole app sucks. Whoever built it needs to be fired. But Peacock's got good programming, even above and beyond WWE stuff. They have decent stuff. It's just
they do.
How do I find it?
Stuff.
Yeah, someone on Twitter was like,
"It's really a shame."
I don't know. I just feel like it's buggy or something. I don't know.
Someone on Twitter was like, if you're a Yankees fan and if you wanted to watch the next 4 Yankee games, each game of the next 4 Yankee games are on a different platform. One's on the Yes Network, one's on Peacock, one's on, I forget, MSG, and one's on another one. Like, everything's confusing. I feel old and I can't find anything anymore.
All right.
I asked you guys, I was like, how do I watch South Park?
Oh,
well,
Max,
I mean, buddy, Max,
they kind of been jumping, like, they were Hulu and they have some stuff on Paramount, but all their stuff's on HBO. And then, if you have Sling TV, you could watch it every week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I have. Yeah, and the new ones air on Comedy Central still.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's Comedy Central? Was that a
Which I think has been absorbed. I think that's part of the problem. Is the smaller networks like Comedy Central, they've been absorbed by someone bigger. So you just have to find them again. Like they're available on Sling, they're available on other places. Like I'm not really sure.
That's what always
happens. It's just we're in the middle right now of like this absorption, and then once it kind of the dust settles, like maybe it'll be clear in the next like 5 years, like and it's more definitive. But yeah, right now everyone's like absorbing into each other, and then this platform's going streaming, and that's not. It's just kind of chaos right now.
We're in the TiVo phase of DVR right now. That's where we are.
And then you have AEW over there going, we'll still do pay-per-views 4 times a year, huh? It's like,
Craig,
whatever.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Craig got it.
I used to love TiVo. I hadn't thought of TiVo in years. TiVo was awesome. With that noise you would make.
Yeah, I can take that.
I just did that.
Hey, guys, hey, dude, I can take that off for you. Take that stupid sound. I'm like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it off.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Thank
you. Did someone just play that noise?
Brian. Every time he came over, he's like, I'll turn that off for you.
What if I wanted, I'd ask you. I don't want it off. I love it. I love the sound.
Signals
it
happiness.
soothes me. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Just have it on loop.
TiVo.
It's just a loop of the TiVo.
Bloop bloop bloop. It's the best.
So, Jess, you're gonna watch Double or Nothing on Sunday?
No, I don't think so.
Pay for it?
What is it? $50 or $40? I don't know. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive for a
Just go to Vegas. Go to Vegas and go to that burger store. Or that
you buy a beer, get tickets
and
for free.
you get a free ticket.
I think someone debunked that because
really, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, before that, I already heard like
you just broke his heart. Like you really just broke his heart. That's you really wanted that to be
no,
true.
because someone beyond that was saying that they're doing a lot of comps anyway because they're struggling. But I don't know. Not my Tony. My Tony wouldn't do that. My Tony sold that Wembley.
Your Tone does great.
He's working.
Yeah, my TK.
He's going to the motherland.
I can't help it. Every time I think of Tony, I'm just like,
Tony Khan. What else was there?
Well damn, Patrick.
Trying to think what else this week. I can't think of anything else.
Hey, LA Knight won a match tonight, Jess. You talked about it earlier.
It's awesome. Oh, did he
boobs? Yeah, he pinned boobs.
Yeah. Boog's putting
Finally.
the man over.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
no. LA Knight was
Yeah.
a little bit before.
It's a pre-taped SmackDown because they're in Saudi Arabia, obviously. So it's
that's
a pre-taped SmackDown.
Oh.
I forgot about
And they piped in they played his music LA Night, and the crowd popped, and then it was the old Saturday morning booze that came raining in. I was like, Triple H.
No, really?
Don't do it. Yeah,
So
stupid.
Put some booze on that. Yeah.
Yeah, just I want to honor Vince. Let's do that.
Let's talk about Mone breaking her ankle.
Ankle.
Yeah,
I don't know,
she was
man.
wrestling someone from
I don't wanna put
AEW.
any-
That's what happened.
I don't want to put any.
That's not
Willow
the first
just
time
enjoyed
I've
it.
seen
I don't
Willow
wanna put any
hurt.
bad will on that, man. I just.
Did you
I
say
just
that's the
hope that
first time
she
you've seen her hurt?
recovers quickly. Like I would rather. I mean, we talked about Monday.
I didn't even see the bump. What happened?
It was
I don't
actually
know
on
whether it
her.
was Willow's fault, and because
No,
what I said
it was
was
on. I think it was on Monday. I think
She
it was
dropped-
definitely
yeah.
on her fault. She was
Willow.
kinda- oh, yeah.
They're both on the top of the turnbuckle. It's almost like Willow's gonna suplex her, but Mone
Oh,
has
they
the
like broke
advantage.
her own
She's
ankle
on
on
top.
purpose. I'm like, what the
And-
fuck? Like, you guys show me the
And
footage.
she fell the
Like, on
whole
purpose.
length of the floor, like straight, which looked like a really long way.
Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
came
No,
out
yeah.
and threw a beer keg.
Brock Lesnar got her an ankle lock.
Threw a keg at her. Yeah.
And then Kevin Patrick, look right there, her leg broke. Like,
So
Yeah.
obviously an angle.
that's why her leg
I'm
broke.
just kidding. Like I don't know the difference between real and not. Like so it's obviously an angle to fight with Willow for the MP.
Sucks. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm
No,
just
please.
saying I don't know what it's like to get hurt outside the WWE
Oh.
bubble. So I hope that she's compensated. Hope
Oh, I'm
that New
sure.
Japan's not like, we're not paying you a dime, and so you can come back in here. Like I hope.
She- on your
She
own.
had to
Yeah.
have worked it in her contract, right? Like
You would think, yeah, in today's
they're
day of
paying her the
wrestling.
money.
Yeah.
They're paying her the money.
But they could say that too. They could be like, well, we gave you a huge ass contract, so you should be able to pay for a paper mache cast.
But like imagine them making a belt for you and then you have to give it to Willow on a quick pivot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like,
She made the call, obviously.
Yeah.
As they were saying.
Yeah, she took 2 power bombs after it too.
Yeah.
After her injury.
She'll kill me.
What was that pounce? She got Willow pounced her across the ring. That was a pretty cool spot.
Yeah.
That when she runs into her and
She's
like
hurting
Monet
everybody.
just flew. That's more Sasha. Fucking Monet's stupid. I don't recognize that name.
Monet.
Even the
Sasha.
song, money.
Yeah, that's an awful song. I don't even know. who
Maybe
did
that's
that
the
or-
point. I don't know. Maybe that's the point.
Yeah, but she should
I
just
don't
be.
know. I don't know what the point is with her. I feel like she's.
Money.
Expected to be.
It's really mean to say because she's injured right now, and I don't want the injury to be what takes her out of the business. But I think that she's taking herself out of the business. You know how I feel about it. Like she's done this shit twice. She walked out twice, and then she expects to come over here and charge people $30,000 for a birthday party, where the fuck she wants to do. And then
It's a birthday.
she wants to go over to Japan. She wants to go to show up with Japan with a
My
shitty
dollar's falling
song
behind,
and really poor mic skills, by the way, that she can't handle out there
Yeah.
in that big
She-
arena.
Yeah.
It's all terrible. I'm like, it's on you now, and that's what
No.
sucks. I'm like, I want it to be on her to fail or make it. I don't want the injury to be an excuse.
Oh.
But I like that though.
I know I sound
No, I
I
do
sound like a
too.
dick right now.
I
You
like
know,
that. If she
shit
is
is
walking
gonna
out with arrogance, thinking, "Oh, I can make shit
sharpen her
happen from
skills.
wherever." Now, to Dave's point, you're finding out without the production
Yep.
monster behind you, you ain't gonna make shit happen. You have to be charming on your own. You have to really be good. Cody walked out knowing full well what he was gonna do. He just had a vision. He went to Ring of Honor. He went to New Japan. He went, NWA. He did all this great stuff. Like, he taught himself like how to do it. I don't know.
Hey,
I could be totally wrong.
Sasha's talented enough.
And
though.
Sasha,
Nah,
you're no Cody.
Sasha
bro.
is
Sasha
100%
is very-
talented enough. She
one
has
of the best
100% has the talent.
better than a
but
lot of
she
people
needs-
that say the other-
Yeah, it's
You gotta,
scary.
You gotta do the work.
better than a
Yeah,
lot
when
of
you go
other
out there on
people.
your own and you're in front of a Japanese crowd that does not pop to almost anything, and you're out there stumbling over your lines, you're exposed. Like, WWE, they chant, they do stuff. You can take breaks. Your cadence is different. But then when it's totally silent for your entire promo, she's like, I gotta.
They're like, please take the floor. The floor is yours. Thank you.
So, and I don't. She's super talented. However,
She
when
is.
you're just brought up in that WWE
She's the
machine,
best.
you don't know anything else. You don't know as much as you think you know. Like Moxley, at least was indie before and kind of knew what he was doing. He was more hardcore before, but like
She'll prove
Moxley always had a voice before and after, obviously. But like, so he could do it. Like he understood. Sasha just came up. I mean, her what?
She'll
is
prove it though.
Snoop is her uncle or cousin?
Okay, uncle.
Yeah, so like
I don't know.
I hate to say it, I think that she because Snoop's always been doing charity stuff behind the scenes with WWE for years and years and years. So like she had kind of an easy in a little bit. She busted her ass. Her and Bailey completely changed women's wrestling on NXT, and they were awesome. And she took Bianca to her first good match at Mania. She carried Sasha has carried a ton of stuff. I'm not suggesting that she's not talented, but it's very different when you go and you have to sell yourself. It's so different. And to Dave's point, I hope she fails or succeeds, but I hope she learns and I hope she gets back up and over and over keeps trying.
I just don't want. I don't want the injury. I don't want the injury to be the reason why it happens. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I am making light of the injury, but it completely sucks to break your ankle.
I hope she recovers quickly. Yeah, I hope it recovers.
Yeah, for sure. I hope.
Quickly
Yeah,
she's.
And by the way, in like maybe 3-4 years, I would love to see her back in WWE. I would love it. And I would love for her to come back. She'll be better. She'll absolutely look back and go, you know what? I should have just left the first time. Like
she's gonna be on Night of Champions tomorrow morning.
Yeah, she's in the Battle Royal.
She's gonna come out.
The prince would like Mone.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be at Wembley.
And so do you see, like, remember when they were like, the Fight Forever AEW game is not going to have any blood in it? Did you guys see those screenshots of that fucking game this week?
No blood in it.
I hope that was doctored because that's a little much.
I think that. The blood? No, the blood was the real.
Those are real screenshots.
It was like crazy. Like it was
you
like
can have death matches.
No, it's cool.
It was like a murder scene.
If they make it like No Mercy, which is
everybody keeps saying that it's arcadey like No Mercy, and I'm like, I don't know if I would describe No Mercy as arcadey. Would you guys?
Yeah. I wouldn't really, but
yeah, I don't know.
Looks like Mortal Kombat for fuck's sake.
Yeah, arcade is like Mortal Kombat or that WrestleMania game, or
get over here.
Yeah, the WrestleMania game,
WrestleFest.
WrestleFest.
Finish him.
So I hope it's a good game. I want another good game out on the market, except for just one company's. But we all know TNA's game sucked, and that didn't do very well. So
ECW made a game that wasn't that great when
So fucking funny. If it is Mortal Kombat, it's just completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was from Acclaim who made the original WWF games before they.
Acclaim
they made the original games on
terrible.
64. Yeah, they did, except for Tony Hawk.
Oh, did they really?
Oh, that's true. So, yeah,
I'm wrong. They did Tony Hawk.
Well, that's where all their top people went was the Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Paulie just cashed the check. No, whatever you. Thank you, Acclaim.
Thank you, Acclaim. Thank you.
That Tony Hawk game is
Thank you for
what
this
took care of Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk got taken care of on that game because he took percentages.
Yeah,
that game was talked about by everybody. Everyone played that fucking game. Remember for a while, like it was like everyone fucking. You walk into anyone's house, like, you played Tony Hawk before? I'm like, oh my god, everybody has Tony Hawk.
Yeah, even non-skaters know what like McTwists are.
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah. Good for them though, man.
Yeah,
that's skating kind of takes on that wrestling persona where it gets hot and then it disappears for a while.
I was wrong. Activision did Tony Hawk.
Activision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, my point is Acclaim
sucks.
Acclaim still sucks.
Turok was a great game. If you ever played Turok Nintendo 64,
what's Turok?
You piece of shit.
Remember
the dinosaur
wasn't it one of the early games on 64? Cuz
yeah.
Yeah.
But there was something about Nintendo 64 games that were just on point, man. They were on point.
We're also
James
in
Bond
games, right?
James Bond was 64.
Was Castlevania?
James Bond was probably one of the best first-person shooters before anybody really even knew like what a first-person
shooter
was.
GoldenEye 007.
Exactly.
That's
what
GoldenEye.
a first-person shooter even was.
Yeah.
GoldenEye. I still laugh when that guy's like, we need the background music for GoldenEye. It doesn't be too big of a deal. He's like, how about this? And the guy's like, dun dun dun.
And there's rocking.
Oh.
Like,
so Acclaim did Mortal Kombat, ECW Anarchy Rules, Turok 2, Legends of Wrestling 2. Did you guys play Legends of Wrestling for PlayStation 2? Me neither.
I did. Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did. It had. Did it have Superstar in there? I forget.
Superstar. They did. They had Superstar in it, but it had mini games in it. So when you locked up, you had to win a graph battle. And then you got the grapple. It was like kind of bullshit.
They did it,
but the graphics were okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, they made the original Royal Rumble game. Remember for Super Nintendo, the Royal Rumble game?
Oh yes, yeah.
They made that. They made that. So actually,
Craig would stand on one side. We would just stand. Craig would stand on one side. I would feed everyone to him. Craig would toss them out, and then we would fight.
Like when we perfected that move. If you
just throw them over the top rope immediately.
Yeah.
They did NBA Jam.
Dude, NBA Jam was fun.
I take it back. I apologize, Acclaim.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Was NBA Jam? He's heating up. He's on fire. That one they played 2-on-2.
Yeah,
and then
there's all these retro NBA Jam T-shirts out now too.
Yeah.
Who's
You know
laughing
what I
now,
laugh
Craig?
about?
I know.
On
Acclaim.
NBA Jam,
Acclaim's not
NBA
even
Jams,
around no more,
people
though.
would make 3-pointers from half court. We're like, you can't make a 3-pointer from half court like Steph Curry does it all the time in real life. We're like, oh, I guess it was possible. So I can see like a baby step playing NBA Jams. Like, I'm gonna do that in real life. Like,
Nothing beats
Wild.
double dribble.
Double dribble.
He's heating
First-
up.
that's horrible.
What about NBA?
Double dribble.
Was that NBA Jam? He's heating up.
So, Mr.
There was
Heyman,
an
we need to
NBA,
motion
there was an
capture.
NBA game
Chakalaka.
that Dave and I played on N64 for a long time, and they didn't have the rights to Jordan. So it was a white guy
Yeah.
with Jordan's number on, but he did all of Jordan's moves and you knew it was him. And then but you could foul people, and it was the funniest shit because it would be like, "Phil, Shaq," like that, and that's all you'd hear. And Dave and I are like, "God damn it," because the computer would foul us, and Shaq had the
Was
worst free
that-
throws. Like,
Was that
The
the,
meter
Kobe
would go
Bryant
quick.
64 game?
yeah, it was. I think it was NBA.
Yeah,
Oh,
the meter for Shaq would be like this for the free throws.
Yeah,
You
the
had to
free
get
throws,
to
everybody else
center
would be like
to
slow, and
make
you had to
it.
put it right in the middle. But Shaq's was fucking bad because he was like terrible at
It's
free
like
throws.
this because he's like the worst free throw shooter ever.
Lakers ball
Yeah,
foul.
Lakers
Fuck, it would,
ball.
like make a sound.
foul.
I love it.
Shaquille
Talking about video
O'Neal
games, I love it.
to the line.
See, we gotta do.
Yeah.
We gotta do the
4-2.
wrestling video game episode one day.
Well, since we've gone live, we should just do a No Mercy live
Oh man,
play.
we have to. We gotta figure out.
Goddamn
oh,
ladder
how
match
do
with
we
your
do that?
cheater cell, your piece of shit character.
The
Not
goat.
doing it.
The goat.
Wait, what?
He made a character and he made it like Andre the Giant. You can make him super heavyweight, so you can't
Yeah.
fucking slam them. So you go up when they're fresh and you try to slam them, and he's like, no, like it's ridiculous. Like, so I can't do
And he's
any
a high
fucking
flyer,
move on
too.
him. God. Yeah, you have to
Really?
just beat him
No,
down
boss,
and kick him.
no.
Hey, if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, people would understand. They would
No,
put-
baby.
You
And then
throw
you're like,
baby oil
understandable,
at it, and
Cuz
then
said
Like, what are you
no.
fucking talking about?
Cuz said no
You put-
baby oil.
you put
What's the
baby
name
oil
of
on
this
him and
wrestler,
you can
cuz?
Cell.
sell.
It's a Dragon
Cell?
Ball Z character.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z back.
He's
in
like
the day.
almost in a costume, basically, with a mask on.
Yeah. God, we need to take screenshots of him.
Yeah, so
Like, I'm gonna have that as my my picture here instead of my video feed.
we'd be mashing buttons for legitly 45 minutes to finish a ladder match, like because nobody could win, and then finally just some bullshit would happen. Like we're like, "Fuck bullshit. We'd be mad for like 10 minutes afterwards. Like, fuck you, it's fucking
Remember,
bullshit.
though,
All right, let's play again.
Cell never got the championship belt though. He was
never
always
did.
just. It
'Cause
was
we
always a
put
triple
baby
threat
oil on
match,
him.
and it was always just right there.
We dump
in his
baby oil on
reach.
him, and if he'd lose, he'd just slip.
Yeah,
God,
you guys
video
had to do
games are
everything
fun,
you could.
man. To be
Yeah.
young again.
Oh, I wish
We
could-
are talking about pro wrestling in our 40s, but I was like, to be young again.
I love. Yeah, we
Man,
got. They need to
shit
have a
hurt-
way.
Shit
To,
hurts at 40.
I know
Yeah,
they
I
have
have to
like
squint and
emulations
shit.
that we can play on our computer. Of No
I
Mercy.
have to turn the light on just right. Like when I play Last of Us or whatever, I'm like, this fucking God, is the kitchen light on? I have to go turn the kitchen light off. I'm like, oh, there we go. I have to adjust the settings. I'm like, I don't know, my eyes hurt.
Well, there's shows like that in video games where it's like, why is it so fucking dark? Like, god damn it! Like, it drives me nuts. Like,
All the Batman
turn this
games are
on?
dark as shit.
Which games?
The Batman games, like Arkham,
Oh, what about those?
Batman Arkham, and all that. The ones that came out, like what is
Those
it?
are
like
awesome.
5 to
Dark.
10 years ago?
I like
super-
the fighting.
super dark.
The fighting and mechanics in those games.
Yeah,
The Arkham
yeah.
ones, like the fighting.
Yeah, those,
but
it's
they're
a great
trying to
series.
emulate darkness, and it's like, no, it doesn't have to be this dark, kids. Like, settle down. Like,
I'll go to the settings and
Turn
turn it up.
lights.
You know what it says? It says turn it down to where you can barely see the line. I completely see the line. I'm like, no, turn it up. I don't know. I need to see the clues. but yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. So I don't know if we want to end it
a
here.
lot of
or whatever,
wrestling.
but
10 a.m. though.
Yeah, I'd
Tomorrow.
wrap
You
it
gotta get
up.
up 10 a.m.
yeah, 10 a.m.
Oh,
tomorrow.
shit.
So by the time
Yes.
everyone's hearing this, it's probably already gonna be
Barbecue.
going on.
10 a.m. Pacific
Champions.
for you guys. So it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern,
Yeah.
or is it like
I think-
7 a.m.
I
you guys?
I
1
think,
p.m.
I
1
think,
p.m., you're right.
I think
You're right.
9 is the pre-show. I think there's a pre-show at 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right, buddy. Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of glad they don't do matches
be up.
anymore, but like I can only take the panel for so long, for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Where they come back to
Especially
like,
the shucky ducky quack quack out.
Yeah.
We're Saudi
Oh,
Arabia.
that was perfect.
That's good. That was
So
good.
He's like, yeah, you know
That
what
was
I'm
really
saying
well
over
done.
there,
But-
Jerry.
Oh,
no.
Shucky ducky. He's going out there. There's shucky ducky. Quack.
Oh, AJ Styles. I don't know, man.
Just-
Oh,
AJ Styles looks
Just do me
out of
a
his
favor.
element like a leopard with no
Dominic,
spots.
better you than MJF. Oh, no, shucky ducky quack quack.
Hey, He can sugar Dougie quack all he wants.
Then,
as long as he
then they
doesn't
have
step foot in the
Rosenberg
ring
or
again.
Sam on there, like
Just
trying to
don't-
act
Yeah.
all like they're real wrestling fans.
Yeah,
keep-
Rosenberg and Sam.
just
Guys,
keep-
the
just keep
intensity of
Booker-
AJ
just keep
Styles is
Booker
pretty
out of
much
the ring.
unmatched. Am I right, everybody? It's like, shut up. Beer can hits him. Shut up.
And Lawler just chimes in like mentally ill, like once a half hour just for a stupid joke.
Yeah, just for like a.
I don't
safe
think
easy
Jerry's
joke.
making it to
Shit.
Saudi. Call me
Yeah, he has. I
crazy.
mean,
No, he's not.
I mean, since I'm sorry. I mean, I know he had.
He's on the real king.
Just I'm talking even before he had his stroke and collapse.
Yeah, but-
I mean,
Yeah, they
obviously
would just
not
bring him
okay.
in on the panel. He would just be
Yeah.
there with his crown and his Botox, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just say something. He didn't even know the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Oh,
Okay.
Who's Brock? Brock who? What?
I can't know anybody anymore.
Who's that guy?
Mustafa. That's a weird name.
That's a weird name. Shut up, JR.
I keep thinking who was that commentating like years ago? How much does he weigh? Who was that with Gorilla? Oh no!
Oh,
Just
How
Royal
much does
Rumble.
that guy weigh?
Oh my God. What's
Oh,
his name?
Art Donovan from
Yes,
King of the Ring.
that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
How much that guy
How much does
weigh?
that guy weigh? Yeah. That's what Jerry Lawler's gonna start doing.
God bless Savage. Like Monsoon completely started to annoy him, but Savage at least kind of like hung in there towards the end. He's like, "Well, Art, he's about 400 pounds, like that." And he's like, "Oh boy, he eats a lot of hamburgers." And Macho was like, "I shouldn't have
that's a
engaged."
big man right there.
I didn't think he was gonna win.
Cheese to it, probably, yeah.
Oh, why is he wearing those pants?
Probably had some mayo to the buttons. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, everyone, enjoy your weekend of wrestling.
wrap-
It's just
Little
keeps
Ricky
getting
wrap
better.
up. Wrap it up right
And
here.
we got the Monday after Night of Champions.
Yep.
Oh, yep.